Fantasy football players want to know if second year 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuel can follow out his breakout rookie year, with an excellent sophomore season. For that analysis, we go to Jamie Eisner, a fantasy analyst here at Sports Illustrated, and Grant Cohn from All 49ers. Fellas, play a little game of draft or pass. Grant, I'll start with you. When it comes to Deebo Samuel, he's really the primary wide receiver in this 49ers offense, right?
Absolutely. And, he might actually become the focal point of the offense ahead of Kittle. And what I mean by that, Kittle will always be the number one target in the passing game. He'll probably have 11, 12, 1,300 yards next season. But if you look at Debo's rookie year, he struggled the first two seasons as rookies normally do under Kyle Shanahan because it's a very complex offense. Debo was still learning where to line up. But the second half of the year, he was on pace to have like 1,000 yards and 400 rushing yards as well. That's where he has secret value. He's almost like a running back. I think it's possible he could go for 1,000 yards receiving and 500 yards rushing next year, which would put him above George Kittle in the Niners pecking order.
Wow, that would be impressive if he can get the 1,500 combined yards from scrimmage. Jamie, let me go over to you. Fantasy draft or pass for the 49ers wide receiver. What do you got?
I'm absolutely drafting him. I'm surprised he's not getting more love. Right now, his average ADP is around pick 70. So late sixth round, early seventh round is the 32nd receiver off the board. I don't get it. Last year, from week 8 on, if you include week 17, with Emmanuel Sanders in the fold, he was the number 8 wide receiver points in fantasy and number 20 on a per game basis. We saw his targets jump from 4.4 in his first handful of games to 6 targets per game in the last 10 in the postseason. All he needs to be is around 13 fantasy points to be a top 30 receiver, and he was averaging over 15 in the back portion of the season. Kyle Shannon's going to get the ball in Deebo Samuel's hands early and often in the running game, in the receiving game. He's absolutely somebody I'd love as my wide receiver 3.
Where's the love for Deebo? You want this guy on your roster in 2020. Jamie and Grant, great analysis as always. Plenty more draft or pass discussions. You can find it all by going to si.com/fantasy.